These are oftentimes frozen in there. There's one. All right, guys, progress has been made. The knuckle is out. There it is right there. I took off the dust shield, the 3 screws that hold on the brake dust shield, which let me show you over here. It is, well, it was stuck on there. Man, it was stuck on there. It was even bent a little bit, so I had to get out my Dremel tool to Dremel out those 3 screws that held on this dust shield. I'm not sure. I probably won't put it back on, you know, so I don't think that's a big deal, but here's the hub. I already pounded out the wheel studs right here. These are the OEM studs because I plan on putting Hardrace extended wheel studs on this car. But here's the thing. Since I pounded out the hub, you know, the inner race of the bearing, obviously you can see here, is out. It is on the hub. So I obviously have new wheel bearings for the car. But in order for me to reuse this hub, most people put a slit just like this, a diagonal slit in this, and then you can sometimes bang this out. Well, I don't have an air hammer or anything like that, and I've already ruined a good screwdriver trying to get this thing off, pounding on it for quite a while, and I can't get it off. So I think I'm just going to order new hubs, replacement hubs I found for, you know, not too bad of a price. So I think I'm just going to get brand new ones anyways. But yeah, as for wheel bearings, I have some, let me show you over here. I have Timken. These are pretty good. These are actually, it says right there, let it focus, made in Japan. So these new wheel bearings, you can see it says, so on these new wheel bearings, it says right there at the top, it's hard to focus, but it says Japan on there. And then it says Koyo. These are Koyo brand wheel bearings, which are made in Japan. So those are pretty good wheel bearings. These are the front ones, and then I have the rear ones right here, which are attached to the rear hub. So I'm replacing the rear hubs as well with the bearings. So yeah, that's the status on that. Not bad for 2 hours of work on a weekend. My next job is, well, obviously I need to order some new hubs, but also I need to get out my wheel bearing, you know, puller and presser kit and take out this wheel bearing. So we all know that's a fun job right there. Oh, another thing, this ball joint, 4 years ago I actually replaced the ball joints on this car. These are OEM Honda ball joints right here, but it's a little hard to see, but man, whenever I was taking these off, my ball joint separator, which is right here, this beast, even though I put some silicone lubricant on the edges and also around the ball joint, it still managed to rip. Maybe it was ripped before, I don't know, but there is a rip in this ball joint. As you can see, some greases came out. So, I guess another thing to replace. The OEM ones are $60 each, so I'm not real sure if I am going to go OEM on those. I may just get some Hardrace ones because I don't know the exact price on them right now, but I bet they're at least like half the price OEM. So I don't know, we'll see. I'll probably just go with Hardrace ball joints on this. So yeah. All right, it is time to take care of my hubs. This is old and rusty and all that, so I opted for just buying a brand new hub. This is the brand right there. Nothing special about it. Looks to be, you know, good quality. It has good reviews and all that, so this is the one I went with. Looks exactly like the OEM one. So there you go. As you can see, I already hammered out the old wheel studs out of this one back whenever I thought that I was going to use it. So there are the old OEM wheel studs, but I'm not going to be using those because I have a set of Hardrace hardened wheel studs. These are a lot stronger than stock. They are extended, which is okay, I guess, even though I'm not going to be using any spacers or anything like that. But look at that. There's a comparison of the Hardrace wheel studs versus an OEM wheel stud. So these are supposed to be ultra strong, you know, won't break or anything if I hit bumps on the track or anything like that. We don't want any wheels falling off here, you know what I mean? So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put this on a couple of blocks of wood, and I'm going to hammer out these wheel studs that came with this new hub and install my new wheel studs. Let's get to it. Alright guys, here are the extended wheel studs installed on the front of my Integra. There they are, new brake rotors and all, new suspension. I'll get into this new suspension in a later video, but I'll just kind of do a before and after shots of all that. But anyways, there they are on the front. Now the fronts you just saw that I knocked these in with a hammer. Well, that didn't go so well doing the rear hubs. Here is the rear hub with the installed extended wheel studs. But as you can see, the actual hub right here is very close to where the wheel stud is, and it was very difficult to try to hammer these in without, damaging the actual wheel bearing in this new rear hub. So what I had to do is, which was basically what I should have done from the very beginning, is I bought this. This is a wheel stud installer. I bought it off of Amazon. If you guys want, I can put a link in the description. It wasn't too much. I think it was around 20 bucks or so. So what you do is you have your hub like this. You thread your wheel stud through, and then you put this on top. Now, for this particular application, I had to use 2 washers. I just used 2 washers that are in my wheel bearing kit. In my wheel bearing installation kit, because of this lip right here, this tool would not sit, completely flush whenever it was on this. So I just put 2 washers and then this right on top. And then what you do is I bought a spare lug nut right here. I got this for like $2 on Amazon as well, just a spare lug nut. You thread this all the way down, and then it pushes down in the tool right there to where it completely sits the wheel stud into place. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I just used my impact to just drive this in, and you can tell whenever these are fully seated because this will stop rotating, but this tool also has a bearing in that so it won't destroy your threads. So these new wheel bearings, you can see it says, it's a nice tool. I think it was well worth it. I wish I would have had this from the very beginning. I wouldn't have had to do all that hammering. Now the hammering is a way you can do it, but I will say this is like 20 times easier right here. This is well worth it. So anyways, here's my new hub. I will be making a video of installing these rear hubs on my Integra. There you go, extended wheel studs on my 1994 Integra GSR. What do you guys think? Definitely an upgrade. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. So these new wheel bearings, you can see it says